Shalom.
Shalom.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Rakah.
Rakah.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to you, sincere and humble brothers, faithfully and diligently pushing His word with fear and trembling through the spirit of power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Wahah, Rakah, Kodash. Alright, with the GMS Memphis camp, collabing with the GMS Mississippi brothers. I'm the brother Tyler Mark.
I'm Anai.
Alright, got to my left,
Abaya.
to my right,
Shakat.
alright, and the elder brother. Okay, we're just gonna do a quick lesson just on this brother's spirit about the difference between Africans and Israelites, man. Okay, the difference is we are dark skinned, but we're not the same people, man. And I'm gonna get this definition in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, all right, which was written by Edomite so-called white scholar. All right, so to let you know that these elites, all right, and the elite scholars of the world, they know, so-called elite scholars of the world. All right, now this is from page 213, that word ham, it says perhaps hot, okay, because the Hebrew word for ham is kum, all right, and it means hot. It says the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races, and that word progenitor basically means the seed, okay, or the genetics of, the
originator.
The originator, come. The originator or progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites, okay, which their land today is called Africa, but it was originally called Ham, all right? So we're going to go and get some further edification through the scriptures, proving that we are a different people from the Africans, man.
I got a precept for you.
Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Exodus. You can break it down. Exodus chapter 11, verse 7 says, "But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel." Hey, so the Heavenly Father, He put a sound distinction, right? A different a variation, so to speak, from amongst peoples, man. From people to people, His people were to stand out. It was standing out via appearance, via their nature, via their customs. Hey, because as it's written, He said, "Be ye different," Hey, because the Heavenly Father, He set them. He pretty much set the Israelites aside as a peculiar people unto Himself. And peculiar is something that's odd. It's something that doesn't blend in with the remaining.
Strange.
It's strange.
I got one. Hey, this Psalms 105, and I'm gonna start at verse 10. It says, "And confirm the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for an everlasting covenant, saying unto thee will I give the land of Canaan," okay, which we just read that Canaan is one of the sons of Ham, okay, and that's that land that we were delivered to out of Egypt, that was given to us, all right, when we was delivered out of the land of Egypt, all right, that land flowing with milk and honey, okay, which is in so-called Africa today, okay, but that's not what it was originally called. All right, it says, "Saying unto thee will I give the land of Canaan the lot of your inheritance, when they were but a few men in number, yet very few, and strangers in it." Okay, because it was more of them than us. Okay, when we went into the land of Canaan, man. It says, "When they went from one nation to another, from one kingdom to another people, He suffered no man to do them wrong. He reproved kings for their sakes, saying, touch not my anointed, and do my prophets no harm." Okay, so the prophets were the Israelites, man. Okay, and when we went into that land, all right, the land of Canaan. All right, that's what went into that land. He had prophets and priests and judges, man. You know. Go ahead, bro.
This Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob. And Jacob is the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Hispanics. Native Americans. His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so within the nations. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh.
And that what made us different from the other nations, man, because we just saw before we came up with this lesson, this movie called Sugar Hill came out in 1993, starring Wesley Snipes. And one of the terms that they called him was a kata. And you look up that word, it means cotton picker. You know what I'm saying? So that pretty much, it lets you know that we was under those curses and the other nations know who we are as a people. So we might look similar, like as Africans in color somewhat, but at the same time, we got a different vibe and a different spirit, man. You know? And what really separates us from the other nations, mainly also him, is the law, statutes, and commandments.
And also, I had one more point in there, Psalms 105, Salaki. It was Psalms 105 and 23, I was supposed to jump down. It says, Israel also came into Egypt, and Jacob sojourned in the land of Ham. Okay? So we was dwelling in that land, man. We always was dwelling in that land, even before we fled after 70 AD. We was in and out of Egypt, the land of Ham, man, which today is called Africa because Africa was conquered by the Roman general Leo Scipio Africanus, man. Okay, that's why it's named Africa today, but originally it was the land of Ham.
Yep, right. Got one for brother Anak. It's Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people.
I got one. This is Genesis 10 and 6. And the sons of Ham, Cush and Mizraim, and Put and Canaan. And the sons of Cush, Seba and Havilah and Sabta and Ra'amah and Septucca, and the sons of Ramamah, Sheba and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. Okay? It states he was a mighty hunter before Yahweh, wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord Yahweh. And the reason why I brought that precept out, because you did not hear Shem.
Yeah.
All right, we're totally two different people, man. We came out of the lineage of Shem because we're the Israelites, as well as the Edomites, as well as the Elamites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, so on and so forth. That's why they made that distinction in that Zondervan's Bible dictionary, because they understand the history according to the lineage, man.
Yep. So you didn't hear none of the of our forefathers, like the brother said, from Shem, Eber, Fox-eyed, Peleg, was it Terah?
Yep.
You know, Abraham. That's our line. You know.
All right, for the brother, 37. All right. Deuteronomy 28:37. Thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So that's why they call us African Americans.
That's right.
That's why they call us Negroes, you know,
Black.
colored, colored folks, you know. Hey, so that's why, you know what I'm saying, it's hard for the world to understand, okay, so you're not African?
Yeah.
But then you look at the facial features of true Hamites, all right? Because that's who they are. They're not Africans, they're Hamites, because they come, because when the earth was repopulated by Shem, Ham, and Japheth, right? That chosen seed, that chosen line the brother's going into is the line of Shem, okay? Now, these other dark-skinned people out here, these other so-called African people out there, they come from the line of Ham. and we had no dealings with Ham, man. We're not Hamites, you know. So even for the Zonovan Bible Dictionary to make a distinction saying the progenitor dark race is not the Negroes, so you should question what is your history prior to America.
Right, right.
And then you slowly understand through the Spirit, you know what I'm saying, that the Heavenly Father raised you up as an Israelite, you know, and you went into captivity.
Because it don't say Ham, not the Israelites. So it shows you that they know who the Negroes are. Because Negroes is not in the Bible. Ham is in the Bible. You see how they see so they really that's how the wicked is being revealed through his tongue. So his own tongue falling on him.
And if it's not the Negroes, who are they?
Who are they? Yeah.
Where did these people come from? They weren't born here. They weren't born here in America.
Yeah.
They were brought over here in cargo slave ships. You know?
I got one real quick. This Deuteronomy 28:6-8. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondman and bond on woman.
What you will not see again, basically, our land, man. All right, because while through the process of slavery, we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. That's why you have that concept that is called Gentile foreigners, man. How did we become strangers? We became strangers not only to our customs, which is going into our belief system, but it's most importantly, their land mass.
Right. I got a real quick precept before you resume.
Go ahead, bro.
Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Hey, so we all came from the hub of Jerusalem, man. All right, we wasn't born in Africa. The life of mankind existence did not start in Africa or the land of Ham. It actually began in Jerusalem, man, the Fertile Crescent, man.
And Africa is not the motherland.
And Africa is not the motherland. All right, that's doctrine, or that indoctrination began with the so-called white man, man.
When the earth was a paradise when Adam and Eve was around, that was in,
the Fertile Crescent, man.
That's why I say Galatians 4:26, Jerusalem is the mother of us all.
That's right.
Hey, I got one more quick, man. I gotta get this. Hey, cause like I was saying, it tell you that Ham was a progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes. So by default, shouldn't it say Shem is the progenitor of the Negroes? This is the Zonovan Compact Bible Dictionary. It says Shem, second son of Noah and progenitor of the Semitic race. You see?
Yep.
That's the game that Esau played, man. And it really should be Shemitic.
Shemitic,
yeah.
Right.
So who are the Shemitic people?
Yeah.
Because Israel came on the scene in the 40s. Not Israel, the Jews. The fake Jews.
Hey, but and here it says, and lived, and was born 98 years before the flood, and lived 600 years, outliving his descendants for 9 generations, excepting Eber and Abraham.
So whose forefathers are those?
And this Exodus 1:15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives. This back in Exodus 1:15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then you should kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she should live.
Right, because they knew back then, basically, they still could bring forth their nation with our women. But at the same time frame, if you kill off the lineage of our men, you destroy a nation. That's why if you watch the animal kingdom, such as lions, when a new lion takes over a pride, what does he do? He kills off the former king's offsprings, man, to get their lineage out the way, and he's going to begin his.
Good. But the midwives feared the Most High, and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them.
Right, and that's the ultimate base of faith right there. They did what the Most High wanted them to do in the spirit, man.
But saved the men children alive. And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing, and have saved the men children alive? And the midwives said unto Pharaoh, because the Hebrew women are not as the Egyptian women, for they are lively and are delivered ere the midwives come unto them.
Man, look up lively, man, because I want to say that's dealing with the spirit, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, hey, you can compare us to so-called Hamitic races, man, and you will see the total difference. They look docile, spiritless, but you look at a Jake, man. A Jake was like he just what you call it, vibrant, you know, for the lack of wording.
You know, today's time, I hate this word, but they say swag.
Yeah. But you're right though.
Yeah. And the Hebrew word for lively is kayah, and it says vigorous, lively, having the vigor of life.
Right. Meaning because basically you come from the lineage of the Most High, man. Like our lineage goes straight to the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no nation on this earth has the history, has the lineage such as the Israelites, man. And that's why these Edomites want to eradicate us off the earth, because they know that ultimately that blessing goes to us, man. The kingdom of heaven goes to us, man. All right?
That's why I say lively. If you know it's about lively, they say like you eat like some food and you put salt in there, you know, it makes the food pretty much have taste to it, man.
And these other nations are just bland.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why the scripture call us as the salt of the earth.
That's right, bro. I think the brother wanted this too. Revelation 12:13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast into the earth, he persecuted the woman which brought forth the man-child.
Right, the woman is talking about Israel.
That's right.
And the man-child is talking about Yahweh.
Pagan Roman Empire. Until the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle. All right, that she might fly into the wilderness. All right, and the woman, like the brother said, is going to the nation of Israel. We're given 2 wings of a great eagle. What is that? That's symbolic for a swift getaway. Okay, that she might fly into the wilderness. What's the wilderness? Africa, man. Like the brother lesson is going into. So what Esau did was, he has the records beginning with the elite. What they did was basically they lied to you. Because to keep a nation oppressed is basically lying to them, man. Not letting them know who they really are. That's why Michael Jackson stated, "Don't believe your history books." He was telling you he knew who we really were, man.
Yeah, because the Lord always preserved the remnant of His people. The reason that Israel was able to flee out of flee the Romans in 70 AD into the land of Ham, which is called Africa, is so we could be preserved and our business could come on the scene, because that's prophesied. The period of 350 years.
That's it.
Okay, that's when our business came on the scene in 1969, 68, around that time, and started waking us up, man. Okay.
That's right. So, and to the woman were given 2 wings of a great eagle, and she may fly to the wilderness, the land of Ham, and to her place where she is nourished for times, and to her place, America, where she is nourished for a time.
That's 100 years.
And times.
That's 200 years.
And half a time.
That's 150 years.
No, that's 50.
Yeah, for 50 years. Which is 350.
There you go, bro. From the face of the serpent.
You know, which is the so-called white man Esau, man. You know, and that's, like I said, that's when our business, who you can receive, was Elijah the prophet, who was prophesied to come back, all right, and bring us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, starting in 1969, from 1619, all right, to 1970.
And then it states, and the serpent cast out of his mouth water as a flood after the woman, going into his military, that he might cause her to be carried away of the flood due to the process of being scattered, due to the curses. And the earth helped the woman, and the earth opened up her mouth and swallowed up the flood which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And how did the earth help the woman? By us going into the land of Ham, and throughout the 4 corners of the earth.
That's how we. That's a major way how we got scattered through the transatlantic slave trade.
That's right.
You know.
All right.
All right, bro. You can take us out, bro.
All right. Let this young man do.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash.
I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. With that, I want to say shalom.
Shalom.